In today's world, credibility is built online. Yet, I have watched successful entrepreneurs, potential thought leaders, completely disappear from the conversation, even though they have decades of experience. They've built multi-million dollar businesses. They are afraid. They are terrified of how they're going to look. Are they going to look bad? Are they going to look self promotional? Sound familiar? Maybe you've drafted a post and then deleted it. Or maybe you've thought about creating some sort of content, but you talked yourself out of it. Or you've watched people with less experience than you build massive platforms while you stay invisible. And there's this voice in your head that says, I don't want to come across as self promotional or salesy. Social media feels so icky or inauthentic. I don't know what to say. What if people have negative comments? Is that you? Because if that's you, this video is going to change everything. Because what I am about to share isn't about social media, it's about how you're actually showing up in the world. My name is Jocelyn Herman-Saccio, and I have been a transformative coach for almost 40 years. I have worked with 200,000 people plus, and I have watched brilliant people sabotage their impact because they confused visibility with vanity. So let's break this down. First point, the hidden cost of your humility. I had a client recently, brilliant executive with 25 years of experience in their industry, turning around failing companies. She refused to post on LinkedIn because, in her words, it felt gross. I know, technical term, right? And for those of you that are kind of nodding along right now, I do get it. Really, I do. But here's what happened next. While she was protecting her professional image by staying silent, a 28-year-old with a business degree and zero real experience was getting all the speaking opportunities, the board positions, and the media attention. Why? Because he showed up. He was visible. He was present in the conversation. And here's what the data actually shows. Over 90% of professionals use social media personally, but only 65% use it professionally. That's a big gap. That's not a technical inability, that is fear. And that fear is costing you opportunities, it's costing you revenue, it's costing you influence, and it's costing you impact. So let me be really direct, as if you'd expect anything else from me. Your silence isn't protecting your reputation, it's erasing it. While you're worried about looking self promotional, someone else is building the authority and credibility that should be yours. They're serving the audience that needs what you know. They're making the impact that you could be making. Think about it this way. If you had a cure for a disease and you kept it to yourself because you were afraid that people might think you were pushy or braggy, would that be humble or would that be selfish? Your expertise, your mastery, your experience, your unique genius is valuable because it can transform someone's business, their life, their future, their well being. And you are keeping it locked away because you're worried about what strangers on the internet might think. I mean, when you say it that way, it does sound sort of absurd. The truth is, most successful people think that staying quiet is noble. It's not, it's selfish. And I know what I'm saying might sting a little, but I need you to hear this. Your audience is waiting for you to show up. They need your perspective, your tools. They deserve to learn from your experience. Point two, the three lies that we tell ourselves about self promotion. So let's talk about why people resist visibility so much if they do. Because every resistance to showing up online comes down to three fundamental lies that we bought into: hook, line, and sinker. And I hear these from my clients all the time. The first lie is the fear of judgment. What if people think I'm full of myself? Here's what I've learned after almost 4 decades of coaching people: people who matter don't judge expertise, they respect it. And people who judge, they're not your audience. So who cares? They were never going to be hiring you or buying from you or learning from you anyway. So why are you letting their imaginary opinions dictate your real impact? I remember working with a founder who had built, 3 successful companies. She was terrified to share her insights online because she was worried that her peers would think that she was like bragging or being boastful. But when she finally started posting, do you know what happened? Those same peers that she was concerned about started reaching out for advice and support. They thanked her for sharing what she had learned so generously. The judgment she feared, it was completely imaginary. She was boxing with a ghost. The second lie is imposter syndrome. Who am I to be the authority in this? And this one really gets me because you are someone with experience, with knowledge, with tools, with insights and results. That's literally what authority is. You don't need permission to share what you know. You don't need a certificate from the internet police saying, "Oh, they are allowed to have opinions and be a thought leader based on their lived experience." There is nothing like that, okay? Think about it like this. If you've been in business for even 5 years, you know things that someone who's been in business for 1 year or just starting out desperately needs to learn. If you've made mistakes and recovered from them, you have wisdom that could save people money and time and struggle. Who are you to be an authority? That's the question. You're exactly who you need to be. That's who you are. And the third lie, and this is a big one, okay, is what I call the marketing allergy. I don't want to sound salesy. This is where, we get it completely backward. You're thinking that visibility equals selling, but visibility is about serving, not selling. There is a massive difference. When you share a story about how you have overcome some sort of challenge in your business or one of your clients has overcome a challenge in their business, that's not selling, that's teaching. When you post about a mistake you made or one of your clients made and what you learned from it or what they learned from it, that's not self-promotion, that's service. When you offer insights from your expertise, you're not being salesy, you're being helpful. And here's the reframe that changes everything. When you hesitate to share your insights, you're actually withholding value from the people who need it most. That's not humility, that's hoarding. Point three, the service over self framework. So let me show you exactly how to shift from self promotion to service. This is a simple shift. It's a simple framework that changes everything. So here's the thing, authentic visibility isn't about you, it's about your audience. And once you understand this, the whole thing alters. The anxiety disappears, the resistance melts away because you are no longer focused on you, you're focused on them. It's not about promoting yourself. You are serving people, impacting people. So let me break this down, the framework for you, so you can actually use it. Instead of saying, look at me, your focus is on here's how you can benefit. Instead of listing your achievements, you tell stories that teach. Instead of posting at people, you're engaging with people. Here's a real life example. Okay. Don't post just closed another $1 million deal. So grateful for this journey, right? That's all about you. Instead, post 3 mistakes I made in my first big negotiation that cost me $200,000 and how you can avoid making the same mistakes. Same expertise, completely different energy. One is self promotion and the other is service. Every time you're about to share something, ask yourself this question: how does this serve my audience? How does this serve people? If you can't answer that question, just don't post it. It's pretty simple. The magic happens when you stop trying to impress people and you start trying to make a difference for the people that are listening or watching. That's a shift from self promotion to service. Something incredible happens in that space. People stop seeing you as someone trying to sell them and actually start seeing you as someone who is genuinely out to serve their success, someone who cares about their life. And here's what's really powerful about this approach: it's sustainable because you do care about people. When you are focused on serving, you never run out of content ideas. Every client conversation, every challenge that you face personally, every insight that you gain becomes an opportunity to serve your audience. Just like this episode, this is something that I have dealt with so many clients. I said this would make a great episode because so many people are frozen about social media and visibility and posting. You're not pretending. You're just showing up as yourself in social media, sharing what you know, what you've learned, the tools that you can help people along the way in their journey. Now, if you're ready to actually work with me to build authentic visibility that actually serves your audience while growing your influence and impact and creating the freedom and fulfillment that you actually deserve and desire, there is a link in the description where you can book an exploration call with me to see how we could work together. Point four is being present versus being loud. Let's talk about something that might surprise you. Visibility doesn't mean being loud. It means being present consistently. And there is a huge difference. Show up consistently with value, not volume. I see so many entrepreneurs think that they need to be everywhere, posting 10 times a day, shouting into the void, going viral. That's not visibility, that's noise. And it is exhausting and draining. It's a full time job. Trust me, I have watched too many brilliant people burn out trying to keep up with some imaginary content quota. Here's what being present actually looks like. First, share insights from your experience, not generic advice that you read in a blog post, but real insights from your actual work with people. What did you learn this week from a client or from your own life? What challenged you? What surprised you? Second, ask questions that spark meaningful conversations. You don't want to ask things like, what's your favorite color? But questions that actually make people think and look into their life, that invite them to share their own experiences and their own perspectives, even their own challenges. Third, comment thoughtfully on other people's content. And I mean thoughtfully, not just great post, but adding value to the conversation of the post, sharing a related experience, asking a follow up question about the content of the post. And fourth, be genuinely helpful, not performatively helpful. There is a difference between helping people because you want to be seen as helpful and helping people because you actually give a hoot, right? You actually want to help. People can feel the difference, and so can you. The slimy one is the pretend one. Think of it like being at a networking event, right? And the person that everybody remembers isn't the one that was the most interesting, shouting about their accomplishments and achievements. It was the one that was interested in what you were up to, in what you were building. They shared useful insights, they were making connections. It's the person who was present in each conversation, not scanning the room for a better opportunity to come along, not, looking for a more important person to talk to. When you shift from self promotion to service, from volume to value, from loud to present, something magical starts to emerge. People stop seeing you as someone trying to sell them and actually start seeing you as someone who is genuinely serving them, caring about their success. They start looking forward to your posts. They start sharing your content with other people because it's valuable. They start researching how to work with you. And here's the beautiful thing: when you are truly present with people and give a hoot about their life and what they're creating, when you're genuinely serving, you don't have to be loud. Your work speaks for itself. Your being speaks for itself. Your audience trusts you. Your impact grows naturally. So let's just recap what we've covered, okay? Visibility is not about ego. It's about impact. Your resistance to showing up isn't protecting your reputation. It is limiting your influence and impact. And the difference between self-promotion and service is simply this. Self-promotion is all about you, and service is about them. Your audience is waiting for you to show up. They need your insights. They need your experience. They need your perspective. They need your impact. Stop withholding value because you're worried about judgment from people who were never your audience in the first place. Don't be stingy. All right? Now I'm going to give you a challenge. I want you to commit to just one small action of visibility in the next 48 hours. Not a perfect, polished post that you rewrote 400 times, not a viral piece of content, just one authentic contribution. Here are some options. You could share a lesson that you learned this week. Just a simple post. Here's what I learned, blah, 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 blah. No, nothing fancy, right? No fancy framework, nothing perfection driven. Just share the insight. Second option could be you comment thoughtfully on someone else's posts. Do it on 3 posts, though, not just one, from people in your industry. Add value to the conversation. Share your perspective. Start a conversation. Engage. Third option is share a story about a mistake that you made and what you learned from it. Vulnerability creates connection instantly, and that's what you want is connection. It creates it faster than perfection ever will. Pick one, do it. Remember, visibility isn't about ego, it's about impact. So stop hiding, start serving.